Muscles of your throat. As you bring the breath in, we are creating space. So we're pulling, using the muscles in between the ribs to pull those bones open and away from each other. And on the exhale, we're using the muscles that pull the ribs in closer together. So we're pulling the bones toward midline and toward each other. And then once you feel the obvious movement of the rib cage, feel the movement of the vertebrae of your spine as well. So start to inhale and feel that feeling of lengthening, expanding the space between the vertebrae. On the exhale, we're hugging the spine. Hugging that intrinsic support into this more open and lengthened out body. So for these next few breaths, think about using your breath to actually unkink. Right? I'm sure that we've all been sitting around maybe a little too much today, or sitting at our desk too much, or maybe driving, or what have you. But now's the time to really expand and lengthen, decompress from our day, from our week. And really step into that feeling of decompression, feeling of letting all of the heaviness just kind of shrug off of us. We'll take 2 more breaths like that. At the end of this next exhale, hold your body empty, bring your arms down alongside your torso, draw the navel back toward the spine. And while you're holding empty, feeling that internal strength, see if you can feel the feeling of your strength work drawing you closer to your bones, your muscles hugging the bones, truly hugging in. Go ahead and release that, take an inhale. And again, exhale, as the exhale we're reminding all of your muscles to hug back to all of the bones. One more time, deep inhale. Strong, long emptying out, exhale. Holding empty, hugging everything back to midline. Feeling like, not like you're recompressing your body, but keeping that inner strength to support outer openness. And that is what we will do throughout our practice. So let's go ahead and open the eyes, sweep the arms overhead and take a long inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your thighs. Round your back, engage your abdominals and bring your chin in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. And last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, round. This time, keep your back round and place your ribs all the way down to your thighs. Let the crown of your head draw down toward the floor. On your in-breath, sweep the arms toward the wall behind you. Draw the crown forward. Your thighs are parallel with the floor to the best of your ability. Exhale, hands to the ground. Straighten out your legs enough to feel like you're in a forward fold, but do still keep your ribs on your thighs. Again, inhale, reach the arms back, draw the crown forward, chest is open, shoulder heads are lifting. Exhale, hands to ground, push down with your palms into the floor. Keep your ribs touching your thighs. And see if you can go a little straighter with the legs. And one more time, inhale, reaching back, draw the crown forward, open up the chest. Exhale, hands to the ground and fold it in. Push your hands into the earth. See if while you're pushing strongly, see if you can lengthen out the legs a little bit more. On your next in-breath now, breathe your torso away from your thighs and straighten out your legs. Exhale, fold your crown toward the ground. Inhale, slowly breathe your torso forward. And just as slowly, exhale to pull the ribs back in. Use your abdominal strength to draw the ribs in closer to thighs. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Root down and rise up slowly. Sweep the arms overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Finish your exhale. And again, feel like your whole body is exhaling with you. Let's move to A series. Arms are rising. Inhale here. Exhale, dive forward. Shift your weight forward into the fronts of your feet until you finally fold it in. Inhale, rise halfway, extend from the tail to the crown. Plant your palms, jump back or walk back. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, take an extra push up here if you'd like, and then press it back to downward facing dog. As you hold in down dog, take an inhale into the back of your torso, moving your back ribs away from each other and away from the spine. Exhale, knit the front ribs closer together, draw the belly button in and up. Feel like you're hollowing out the front of the pelvis, lifting the weight of the pelvis back and up as well. Moving your bones with both sides of the breath. Inhale and expand the bones away from each other, so shoulder blades expanding with each inhale. And with each exhale, engage the back muscles to hug the spine a little more while still engaging the front of your body. Take a final exhale here. And once you're empty, jump your feet forward or walk forward. Inhale when you land and extend. Exhale, draw the crown back down towards your toes. Root down and rise up slowly. Sweep the arms overhead. Take a little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. We're going to do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Remember, we're slowing down the dive. Taking your time with this so that you are resisting the pull of gravity all the way down. Inhale, extend. Plant your palms, jump back or walk back to a plank pose, and exhale your way down into chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. Now this time as you move into down dog, we're going to bend the knees and bring the ribs again to touch the thighs, tilt the pelvis up, find even more of an extended spine here. Keep your knees bent, right? Keep the heels rising, keep your ribs touching the thighs or somewhere very close. And if your legs start to shake, that's a good sign that we're working different muscle groups than we normally work in our down dog. So heels way up off the floor. Feel like you're stretching your toes out, stretching the arch of the foot out. One final in-breath here. Exhale, root through the heels, press the thigh bones back. Hollow out the belly again. One more full breath here in down dog. Strong exhalation. Once you're empty, jump forward or walk forward. When you land, inhale. Remember that the inhale moves your ribs for you. Not only moves your ribs away from your thighs, but moves your ribs away from each other. Exhale, crown to ground. Ribs draw in toward each other and toward your thighs. Root down, reverse your swan dive, sweep the arms overhead, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart and navel to spine. One more time, reach up. Exhale, dive. Quads are strong, abs are even stronger. Slowing down until eventually palms push down firmly into the ground. Pull those ribs in and empty out completely. Inhale, breathe your entire spine forward. Lengthen through the side body. Plant your palms, jump back or walk back, and exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. You can always do an extra push up there before you move into downward facing dog. Let's take another deep inhale. Now this time on the exhale, you're going to bend both elbows. Keep your legs really strong, by the way, so quads are working. Bend your elbows, hug your inner arms to midline. So we're not going to go into dolphin. We're not going to drop all the way onto the forearms. This is called turbo dog. This is from Anna Forrest. Your elbows are bending and hugging in so that the elbows stay shoulder distance apart. They're not flaring out. Your pecs are working. Your shoulder blades are spreading out away from each other even more. Inhale into your upper back. And exhale, bend the elbows, and it's almost like you're about to put your elbows on the ground. Okay, so it's not just a little tiny bend. It's a significant bend in the elbows. Hug in, feel the pecs working. Good, now straighten out your arms and take an inhale. And with a long, strong exhale, empty everything out. Quads are active, abs are certainly active. Once you are empty, jump forward or walk forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, put your weight into your heels, rise up for Utkatasana. As you hold Utkatasana here for a moment, sit down a little deeper. Root the heels down into the floor more and lift your toes up. You're going to take a strong inhale and open up the chest. Now sweep your arms back behind you, clasp your hands behind you. Pick up your left foot and place the left ankle to the top of the right thigh and sit down a little further. Point the left knee toward the left side of the room. So I'm mirroring you right now. And as the knee points to the left, make sure you're not sitting over to the right. Draw the knuckles back. If this is too much on your shoulders or your wrists even, you can unclasp your hands. Two more breaths. You're breathing into the fronts of the shoulders, across the chest, into those floating ribs, the front of your floating ribs. Take one final inhale, sit a little deeper. Good, now keep your arms back behind you. Cross your left knee, mirroring me, left knee over right. You can stop there and just put your toes to the ground or tuck your toes back behind that Achilles tendon for eagle pose. Then reach your arms out. Take an inhale here. And again, mirroring me, you're going to bring your left arm underneath your right, wrap your forearms, wrap your wrists, and press your palms together. Again, we're opening up our upper back here. Inhale into the space between the shoulder blades. Now exhale, concentrate on hugging the pecs. Get your chest muscles working here. Exhale and knit the front of your upper rib cage closer together. Good, take a final exhale and sit a little deeper into eagle pose. And then unravel your arms. Step your left foot, still mirroring me, left foot to the right side of your right foot. Reach the arms overhead and take an inhale. But as you exhale, you're going to lean over to your, to your left. So your left arm, to your right. Your left arm is reaching over your left ear toward the right side of the room. This right side body is hugging into midline. Inner thighs are squeezing in strongly. Good. Try to root down to the inner edge of your left foot. Hug in even more with the right side. See if you can bring your left arm a little closer to being parallel with the floor. Inhale, rise up. Keep your legs crossed, but lift your back heel off the floor just a tiny bit. And then take it into a back bend. So the inner thighs are squeezing together. The pelvis is moving forward. You're lifting up and then over an archway to reach back. This will not be the deepest back bend that you'll ever do, but it's really a nice way to train Mula Bandha, which we find when we squeeze those inner thighs together, to support us in a back bend. So try that. Try really hugging those inner thighs together. Think of lifting the pelvic floor here. So as you reach back, you don't feel compression, you just feel this toning around the lower spine. Then slowly rise up, take an inhale. And exhale, dive, swan dive forward over your crossed legs. Place the palms to the floor and fold it in. Walk your feet out further away from each other and away from midline. So your feet are about, let's say 10 to 12 inches away from each other. Root down to the inner edges of both feet. Lift your back heel just barely off the floor so we don't hyperextend that back knee. Move the shin bones of both legs forward, but especially the shin bone of your right leg, your back leg. Please relax your head, your neck, and your shoulders here. Take a final exhale. Good, and then planting your palms, inhale, extend your torso. Plant your palms firmly to the mat, bend your knees, right? And kind of get a little springiness in the knees and then jump back, uncrossing your legs as you jump. Lower slowly to Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, extra push-up if you'd like. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Make sure you're feeling the right side engage. One more time, inhale. And exhale. As you bring that knee in, we're gonna hold it here. Push back through your left heel. Knee and elbow are touching. Right side body extremely engaged. And we just warmed up the right side when we did that side bend, right, a moment ago. So this should feel just like a deeper expression of the side bend. Then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Press your left heel flat. Line your heels up with each other. Push down through your feet to rise up to warrior two. Holding in warrior two. You can turn to gaze over your right hand. Open up the chest. Keep rooting down through both feet. Keep the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of right foot rooting down, and drag both heels isometrically toward each other so you feel the inner thighs engage again. Take one final inhale in warrior two. Now exhale, transfer your weight onto your right foot. Bring your right hand down to the floor. So bend the right knee enough to bring the right hand down. And then open up into Ardha Chandrasana. If you have a yoga block, or a weight, or a book, or whatever, you could put the yoga block underneath your right hand. And just give yourself the opportunity to feel a different sort of alignment here. Wide open, balancing. 2 more breaths here in Ardha Chandrasana. Please make sure that you're finishing each exhale. On your next exhalation, bend into that right knee again. Bring the left foot back to where we started, and then take it into extended right angle pose. If you do have the block, you can just bring the block with you so that it's just standing right behind or to the outer edge of your right foot. You can also bring your right forearm to your right thigh, or right hand down to the floor without using the prop. Good, take one more breath in here. See if you can rotate that left armpit toward the heavens a bit more. On the exhalation, swivel the left arm all the way through the shoulder, both palms to the mat. And step your right leg back. Deep inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up, take your in-breath. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, hugging left side body to midline. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring it in. Notice your upper back is open on this one as well. Bring it in. Step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Press the back heel flat. Line the heels up with each other. Push down through the feet and come up to warrior two. Holding in warrior two. Extending your spine up toward the sky. Drawing the sit bones down into the ground, like you're trying to plug those sit bones into the earth without collapsing, right? Decompression. Expand your ribs. Really pull the ribs apart with your in-breath. Engage in hugging back to midline on the out-breath. And keep the body open whether you're inhaling or exhaling. Grab your prop if you have one. Bring it to the left side, right to the left side of the outside of your left foot, and bring your right leg up for Ardha Chandrasana. Make sure that you keep the inner edge of your left foot firmly on the floor. So make sure your left inner thigh is working here. Right outer thigh is also working to hold the leg up. Then you're rooting through the pads of your right toes or even the sole of your right foot. Almost like you have a solid wall you're just pushing into. Two more breaths. Please finish your exhales. Good. At the end of this next exhale, bend the left knee. Slowly step the right foot back to where we placed it. Slide that block back if you have it. And move into extended right angle with your right arm reaching over your right ear. And a little bit of an open twist here so that we're not caving down toward the ground. We're actually rotating open. Left forearm can come to left thigh or left hand to the ground. But keep the chest plate open toward the right side of the room, I think. Take another deep in breath here. Exhale, swivel the right arm all the way around, bring it back down to the ground. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot and take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Soften your face, your jaw, your eyes, your forehead. At the end of this next exhale, dive a bit deeper. Bend your knees and jump your feet to your hands or walk forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crown to the ground. Bend the knees again, weight into the heels, rise up, Utkatasana. Root down through the heels, sit down a little deeper. Sweep the arms behind you. Maybe this time you clasp or not, right? You could decide to keep the hands unclasped. Pick up your right foot. So again, mirroring me, point your right knee toward the right side of the room. Don't sit out to the left, because that'll throw you right off balance. Pull the weight out of your left knee by moving the pelvis back as you sit down. Keep reaching your arms really dynamically back so you feel a stretch in the chest, a broadening right underneath the collarbone. And your arms are really alive here. Go ahead, take one final inhale. As you exhale, cross your right knee all the way over your left knee. Again, you can just put your toes on the ground. Reach the arms out. Bring your right elbow under your left. Wrap the forearms, wrap the wrists, press the palms. You can also take that the right toes and tuck them behind the left Achilles tendon for eagle pose. Nice opportunity to breathe into your upper back here. So the space between the shoulder blades is opening. The chest muscles are engaging. Activate your chest even more while you're here. And you'll feel a really nice stretch when you do that, when you inhale into your upper back and exhale from your upper torso. Hug your arms even more to midline. Go ahead, now step your right foot to the left side of the left foot, sweep the arms overhead, take an inhale. Exhale, dive to your left, sliding your left hand down to the outside of that thigh. Right arm reaches over. Now you're going to root down to the inner edge of your right foot. Your back heel is off the floor. Your hips are squared off to the front of the room. And then the pelvic girdle shifts just a little bit more to the right. Yes. Good, take a strong exhale and reach deeper. Hugging the left side of your torso in towards your spine. Nice, come back up to center. Keep the back heel lifted off the ground. Clasp the hands together. And again, lift up like you're about to reach over an archway. Don't let your butt stick out. And we're not tucking under either. We're squeezing the inner thighs together until we feel a toning and a rising of that lower belly, lower hip area. The entire pelvic girdle moves forward now. And on a long, strong exhale, reach up first, over an archway and back. Keep the inner thighs strong. Keep a feeling of inner tone to this pose. Go ahead, take a final exhale, reach back. Inhale, slowly bring it back to neutral. And then exhale, dive forward over your legs. Walk your feet out even wider apart. So again, they're probably between 10 inches to a foot apart. Crown draws toward your toes. Shake out any tension in your neck, head, and shoulders, especially after that back bend. Check in with your legs and make sure your Left heel now is off of the ground just a little bit. It's a really nice stretch for your IT band. Make sure you're squeezing those inner thighs together here as well. Notice how when you activate the inner thighs, when you hug everything to midline, that it actually brings your ribs closer in as well, so you can get a better stretch on the lower back. Inhale, breathe your torso into that neutral position, plant the palms firmly to the ground. Bend your knees, and again, get a little springiness there. Jump back, uncross your legs as you jump, and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Good, inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right knee comes to the left elbow now. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. And one more time, lift. And bring it in. Slide your right leg underneath you. Lift your left arm up and reach your left arm over your left ear. So again, another deep side bend here. Feeling the right side engaging. Work even into the lower back. The right side of your lower back should also feel like it's lifting the right side of the lumbar spine away from the pull of gravity. If this is too much, bend your knee. Keep the shin more to the left, right? Don't bring it right underneath your hip. Take one final inhale. Good, swivel that left arm around, bring the left hand down. Squeeze the inner thighs together again, face the floor. Make sure you're on the outer edge of your right foot and the pads of your toes on the left foot. Deep inhale here. Exhale into a push-up. You can bring your right knee to the floor as well here. So you go down, you'll still feel it, or you can do it without the knee on the floor and work the inner thighs, especially on the way back up. And squeeze to come up. Do one more. All the way back up. Good, and then slide that right leg all the way back up to the ceiling here as you take your inhale. And exhale, cross the right leg behind the left leg. One more time, squeeze the inner thighs. So this is the one, this is kind of my favorite of the cross-legged poses that we're doing today. Because you can really feel how once you find the strength of your inner thighs, and by the way, you're pushing your left thigh bone into your right thigh bone, that it almost feels like you could lift your hands up off the floor. If you're still feeling really heavy in the shoulders, work your legs more. Work your legs a lot more. Now take a final exhale here. Once you are empty, bend your knees. Bring your shins almost to the ground and extend the spine. On the exhale, bring your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. Inhale, shins parallel with the ground, shin forward. Spine is elongating. Exhale, flex your spine, round your back, engage your abs, forehead to knee. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Great job, good. Straighten out those legs, root down with the left foot and sweep the right leg all the way back up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, place your right foot down next to your left foot. Now take a huge breath in here. And a strong, long exhalation. Inhale, the left leg will come up to the sky now. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Once again, extending up and back. Bring it in, hug the arms to midline. Feel the arms working just like they did in Turbo Dog, by the way. Slide the left leg underneath you, lift the right arm up, and open to the right. Now remember, you can bring your left shin to the ground. You'll still feel this. I want you to really target lower back left side. The hips are rising. It's almost like you're in a back bend. You do feel your back muscles working. You definitely want to feel the obliques, the side, left side of your torso engaging. Lift the pelvis higher and take one more inhale. Circle the arm through and bring the hand back down. Stand up onto the pads of your right toes and move onto the outer edge of your left foot. Squeeze inner thighs and do your push-up. We're going to do 6 of these. So down and up, you can bring the knee to the floor at any time. 6 on your own. Once you have done all 6, press it back to a downward facing dog. We're going to sweep that left leg out from in front, extend it up to the sky again. Now cross the left leg behind right leg. Walk your feet out so that maybe they're 8 to 10 inches away from each other. Root through the inner edges of both feet, and if you're looking at your feet, it'll look like the outer edges, right? So the edges that are closest to the edges of your mat. Root down. Squeeze both inner thighs together. Press right thigh bone into left thigh bone this time. And use that to help you traction out your upper back and the backs of your shoulders. Your neck is relaxed and long. The crown of your head is reaching towards your thumbs. So take one final in-breath here. Keep those hips squared off toward the ground. And one more exhale. At the end of the exhale, bring your shins toward the earth. Inhale, extend, make sure the shins are hovering, and you can always bring your knees to the floor if you need to. Exhale, forehead to knees, knees to forehead. Inhale, shins parallel with the floor. Exhale, round. One more time. Remember to go a little further than you think you can. Not because you're forcing anything, but because when we're paying attention, we can often notice that there's a lot more range of motion than we think there is. Come back to neutral and then press back to down dog. Float your left leg back up to the spine, your next in-breath. And exhale, left foot down alongside your right foot. One full breath in and downward facing dog. And a long, strong emptying out exhale. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and jump forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crown to ground. Bend your knees, weight into your heels, rise up again for Utkatasana. Good, this time we're going to, mirroring me, bring your left hand to your left shin. Bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. And your arms will reach out and do whatever they want to do. So you're going to straighten out your standing leg. Push your right inner thigh into your left foot. And push your left foot into your right inner thigh. Slow down your breath and make sure you're finishing your exhalation. Move your bones with your breath. Move the bones away from each other on the inhale. And move the bones back toward each other on your exhale. Reach down with your left hand again. If possible, you're going to grab your left big toe and extend the left leg out. If that's not happening today, take a hold of the outer thigh or really the crease of the knee and just open the leg up. Your right arm will reach out to the right. Then you can unhinge at the left knee. If you do have a hold of your big toe, reach it out, open it up. Looks really good. Good, take another inhale. Let's coax the left leg back to center. And then reach your right arm up alongside your right ear. Let go of your left foot and reach your left arm up. 2 more breaths. One last inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back to the back of your mat and move right into a warrior one. Going a little further into your pose. Slow the breath back down and take 2 more breaths here. But take a final exhale, sit a little deeper. Bring both hands down alongside your right foot. Lift the left leg off the floor, move into standing splits. Your crown is drawing down towards your toes. Your left leg is reaching toward the sky. Take one final breath, exhaling deeply. And please bring your left foot down alongside your right foot and move into a forward fold. In the standing forward fold, just shake the tension out of your head, your neck, your shoulders. Before we take the other side, we're going to clasp the left hand to right elbow and vice versa. Bring the forearms down heavily to the earth. Let the weight of your brain and your skull weigh heavy and give into the pull of gravity. Quads are strong, of course. Abs are strong as always. Feel this as traction for your neck, decompression for your upper spine. Inhale into your upper back again. Notice that your shoulder blades don't have to be pinched up with each other. They can spread open. Take an inhale into the space between the shoulder blades and increase the space between the shoulder blades. Strong exhale, engage abs. Draw the forearms closer to the ground. Your neck stays relaxed. Good. Take an in-breath, bend your knees, sweep the arms overhead, come back into Utkatasana. Mirroring me again, pick up your left foot, take your your right foot, bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Straighten out the left leg and take your tree pose. Moving your branches up or out, keeping your hands to your heart if you'd like. Whatever you want to do. Push the foot into your thigh, push your thigh back into that pressure. Make sure that you're not rolling to the outer edge of your left foot here. Awesome job. Good. Take another inhale. Maybe grow a little taller. Reach down and grab your left big toe or your shin or the crease of the knee. And then open the knee up, and you can stay right here. This gives you all the benefits. You can just start to unhinge the knee. If you'd like to, you can grab your big toe. The left arm is reaching directly to the left to balance out what we're doing on the right. Your left inner thigh continues to hug to midline. Good, one more inhale. Now bring your left arm up to the ceiling as you bring your right leg in. Lift up out of your lower back. If your right knee needs to bend, let it bend. Keep your spine extended here. Let go of your right foot, but let the leg hold itself up. Extend your spine and open up the chest. Breathe your bones, right? Breathe as if your bones were breathing with you. Take one more inhale. Step your right foot back and then move into a warrior one. Soften your face, your jaw, your eyes, and your forehead. Growing taller, decompressing, one last in-breath. Exhale, both hands down alongside the left foot, transfer onto the left foot, lift your right leg up for standing splits. Crown is reaching toward the earth. You can always go a bit further by taking your left hand back behind your left Achilles tendon. Wrap your forearm behind your calf. Meanwhile, do not forget about the leg that's in the air. Energize it. Actively reach from your navel through that line that is your leg up to the sky. One final exhale here. Now bring your right foot in to come to the floor alongside your left foot. Move into a forward fold here. And for this final forward fold, we're going to slide the fingers underneath the toes if you can reach right that far, which you might be able to at this point. So we're going to be standing onto the palms of our hands with the soles of the feet. Push down with the pads of your toes, almost like you're lifting your heels up. You should be able to lift the heels without falling forward. Remember, we want the hips over the heels, even though the hands are underneath the toes. Bend your elbows, keep moving your shin bones forward. Shin bones forward. Moving the bones today. Pull the kneecaps up. Move your thigh bones back. Draw your sit bones down. Stay here and let your neck relax. Let the weight of your head help you decompress your cervical spine. 2 more breaths here. I know it's tempting to hang back in those heels with the hips back behind the heels. Move forward so you can feel how that activates your core and how it just feels healthier for your spine and for the ligaments of the spine. Now, as you take your final exhale, go further in whatever way that means to you. Maybe crown closer to ground, ribs closer to thighs. Maybe just a deeper contraction intrinsically. Unravel the spine slowly, plant your palms, and take your in-breath. Jump back or walk back to a plank pose and down to chaturanga. Up dog on inhale. Do your extra push-up if you'd like, and then move to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Now bring knee to forehead, forehead to knee. Inhale, up. And exhale, in. Last time, inhale. And exhale, bring it in, rounding your back, opening up your upper back. Place your right shin down to the floor, slide the left leg back, and come onto the top of your left foot. This is lizard pose. So we want the top of the left foot on the floor and to the left a bit, not lined up with the right foot, okay? If this is compressing your right knee too much, just roll more to the left. Eventually, that's where we want to get to anyway, because this is a stretch for the inner thigh and groin. I'm going to show you the opposite direction there. Okay, so we're going to roll, keep your right shin on the ground, but roll to the left until your left thigh bone is firmly on the floor. Then push down with the right shin bone without rolling back onto the right, okay? So you're staying over to the left, your left thigh bone is cemented to the mat, but then you push down with the right shin pretty strongly to give that right inner thigh just a nice, easy stretch. If possible, you're going to come onto the left forearm. Keep pushing down with right shin. And now, if you'd like to go further, claw the floor with your right fingertips and begin to twist open to the right. While you're doing that, the important part is the legs. Push down with left thigh bone so that your left hip bone starts to point a little more to the right. Then push down with your right shin at the same time. Keep both of those bones on the ground. The hip bone starts to point toward the right side of the room. And I know you can't see my left shoulder, but stay out of your left shoulder girdle as well. Your right hand is just on the floor to help you twist. The legs have to stay super active. Good, take a final exhale here. And then bring it back to center. Bring your forearms to the ground. Keep your left thigh bone cemented to the floor. And bend the left knee, flex your left foot. If this is too much on the right knee, you can always move into a lunge position with your right knee, so you can step your right foot firmly to the floor. This, for most of us, even if we have sad knees, this should feel okay. What I want you to notice is to make sure that your left knee is not, left kneecap is not grinding into the floor. Now, if this is enough, stay here. If you want to go a little further, you can, and maybe you can't come onto the forearms, by the way, here. Maybe it's just too much. So you can come up onto the palms again. But let's say you want to go a little further with it. Keep your left forearm on the floor, reach around with your right hand and take a hold of the inner shin or the top of your foot. And then gently coax the left heel closer to your left sit bone. If it starts to compress your right knee, roll more to the left. This will increase the stretch on the left quadriceps, which is good, and take the pressure off of your right knee. Push down with your right shin to further stabilize the right knee and feel the stretch. And of course, take it back into your twist if you'd like to. And you can also keep the chest facing down. One more deep inhale. One last strong exhale. Draw that heel in a little bit closer. Release your left foot down to the ground. Bring your palms back down to the mat. And step the right leg back. Take an inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Knee comes into forehead, forehead to knee, round your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. And last time, inhale. Exhale, round. Once you're completely empty, holding empty, feel your core truly engaged there. Take a deep inhale into your upper back. Exhale, slide the left knee forward. You're on your left shin. Slide the right leg back. Walk your hands over to the right. Press the right thigh bone all the way down into the ground, and then slide the left knee a little more to the left, but keep pushing down with the left shin bone. So what will end up happening is you have this wider stance between left leg and right leg. We're not trying to line the legs up with each other. Roll onto the right thigh. Push down with the right thigh, so get those right hamstrings pushing the right thigh bone down into the ground. Left shin pushes down at the same time. Claw the floor with your left fingertips. And begin to twist open now. Push down with right thigh bone, push down with left shin bone. Feel how that activates your inner body to mobilize your spine, to further decompress. And I'm telling you, the stronger you can make that the right hamstrings, and the more you can keep pushing down with the left shin, it's going to keep wanting to come up. The safer it is on the knees, and the more you'll feel like you can open up here. But now take it back to center for a moment. You can always move back into the twist, right? You're going to start by bending your right knee. Notice how you want to move back onto the kneecap. Keep the right glutes moving down, right hamstrings engaging. Bend the right knee and bring your right heel towards your right sit bone. Stay there if that's enough. If it's already too much, come up onto the left hand. You may even need to come up onto the palms of both hands here. Just make sure you're not on your right kneecap. Your left shin is still pushing down into the ground to stabilize left knee. If you'd like to, you can reach around and take a hold of the foot. Open up, and again, you can take the shin, you can take the top of the foot, you can take the inner edge of the foot, but keep the foot flexed. Press the thigh bone down into the floor, and then start to bring the heel in, bending your elbow as you do so. Remember, we're not rolling into the knee. We're not compressing this left knee. Roll more to the right as we set it up in the beginning. If it bugs your knee to hold onto your foot, you don't need to hold onto the foot. You can always bring the heel in without using your arm. 2 more breaths. Roll to the right, not to the left. Feel the right hip bone pointing toward the left wall. Feel how that helps you find a deeper, deeper stretch moving down and through the inner groin of the right leg. Now slowly release your left hand back down. Unbend your right knee, palms on the mat. Stand up onto the toes into high plank and take your inhale here. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. So take a full breath in and down dog. And a strong, long exhale. All right, and one more thing before we take our relaxation. Bend your knees just like we did in our first down dog. Bring or second maybe, bring your thighs to your ribs. Bend your elbows and take turbo dog arms. So the elbows are bending, the inner elbows hug into midline. Spread out the space between your shoulder blades. Take one final breath. Good, take an exhale that brings the knees all the way down to the ground, rounding your back. Inhale, bring your right arm up and open to the right. Exhale, reach your right arm underneath you to the left. Then we'll take our twist here today because our heart rate is still up. Right, so not lying down right away. Bring out your spine here. This should feel somewhat easy. It shouldn't feel like there's a lot of resistance to this twist. If you'd like to, you can bring your left hand up, around, grab your right inner thigh, and open up the chest a bit more. Hug your muscles back to your bones. Hug your bones back toward each other with each exhale. Good, unravel the arms. Come back to the hands and the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale the left arm up, open to the left. Exhale, reach your left arm underneath you to the right. Really, I know I say this a lot, but really remember to finish each exhale, especially in a twist. Reach up with your right arm. You can even reach your right arm over your right ear toward the front of the room. Or reach around and grab your left inner thigh with your right hand. Open up the front of the right shoulder even more. Pull the pelvis back like you're plugging your sit bones into the wall behind your mat. Now take another strong in-breath, extend the spine, create space between the bones. Strong exhale, wring everything out. Unravel slowly. Come back up onto the hands and the knees, extending your spine. And exhale to round. 2 more like that. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, round, engaging your lower core. So you're hollowing out the front of the pelvis, lifting the pelvis toward the sky and pushing it back toward that back wall. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and then cross your shins, sit back behind your heels and bring your legs forward. Slide into the middle of your mat or even slightly more forward. Take a hold of your thighs and very, very slowly roll onto your spine. Sweep the arms overhead and take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand and your right foot up over your belly button basically and bring the two together. Inhale, bring both down slowly. Do that again on the other side. So we're going to exhale the right hand and the left foot in over your center. And inhale, open it back up, but control the movement all the way down. Good. Left hand to right foot and bring the right foot up. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, now take the left calf. Your right arm is still reaching toward the wall behind you, by the way. Left hand to right calf and coax the right leg in a bit more. Strong, long exhale, engaging the abdominals. Draw the navel down, draw the right thigh closer to right ribs. And just don't be afraid to just see. It's not like we're pulling on the leg to force the leg into a greater stretch, but just what if, the leg could come closer to your ribs right now, right? Because of everything we've done up to this point. And release your left arm back, extend your right leg directly over your right hip and take an inhale right there. And then a strong, long emptying out exhale to move the right heel down to the ground with your abs supporting that lowering leg. Once the right heel touches, take a deep inhale, stretching and pulling yourself apart, and then exhale, right hand to left toes, and of course, toes come in to meet the hand. Take your right hand behind your left calf, your left arm is still reaching back. Our intention here is to get the back of the left hand to push down into the ground. So again, just for the shoulder, just for left shoulder here. Without forcing the leg in, exhale, engage your abs. Make sure your muscles, your quads are hugging back to your thigh bone. Another deep inhale into the stretch that you're feeling, and another strong exhale. On the exhale, just again, maybe the leg can come in closer. Explore it with some curiosity, right? Not with an agenda, but maybe just some curiosity. Take 1 more breath. Keep the left arm actively reaching back and the back of your left hand actively pressing down if at all possible. Good, inhale, your right arm comes back behind your head alongside the left arm and bring the left heel over the left sit bone. Exhale, the left leg comes down slowly, the abs stay engaged throughout this movement. When the left heel touches, take a deep in-breath. And this time, sweep the arms around, bend both knees and draw those knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to your knees and your knees in to meet your forehead. Open up your upper back again. Spread the shoulder blades out, spread your back ribs open. Inhale into that openness. Strong, long exhale. Take a look at your abs, take a look at your belly. The abs are pressing on your internal organs to press everything toward the earth. Good, release your head, neck, and shoulders down, release your feet to the floor, and then just extend the legs out beneath you. Reach your arms out to either side of you, and as we always do, let's shake everything out. Feeling the effects of these balancing poses, feeling the effects of these poses that we're twisting and decompressing and lengthening and opening, right? As yoga always does. Let yourself feel, right, completely receptive, open, ready to receive, ready to soften, ready to meet whatever is coming your way with open arms, literally, right? Feel how the chest wants to close in and cave in and stay open anyway. And please rest here if at all possible. I'm hoping this is your entryway into the weekend. So hopefully you can lie here, lie still, and just, again, practice being open and feeling that openness, feeling that feeling of radiance and spaciousness for at least 2 or 3 more minutes before you move on with the rest of your day. Thanks so much for being here, and have a wonderful rest of your day and your weekend. And maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.